Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just having some issues with YouTube there. Just gonna check the audio real quick, and then we'll get into this. Alright, cool. Sounds good. Alright, well, welcome to round 1 of the DTR Division 3. Jumping in a little late here, but we got Foxwell in pole position right now with a 118.2. We got Stav in second place, the 118.3. I believe he's actually on a lap right now. So we'll stick on him for this. We got Rozzy in P3 on an out lap, 118.5, as Stav runs very wide there. And backs off his lap, I believe. There's a tire in the middle of the road. Got Nathaniel P4, 118.5, Sammy in P5, 118.6, and Billy in P6 for 118.6. That's top 5 plus 1 right there right now. Everybody else is yet to crack the 118s. P7 is Lunatic for the 119.1. So see what the rest of the field can get down to in the last 5 minutes of qualifying here. As I believe Stav is about to start his lap now. And he doesn't. He comes into the pits. Rozzy, I believe, is on one though. Running very wide there. He might have invalidated. Gonna have to see here. Alrighty. Rozzy coming out of the last corner right now onto the main straight. Oh my gosh, narrowly avoids somebody there. I think it was TGL Stewart. And he goes on pole to 118.1. So pretty nice lap here from Rozzy. Sticking it on provisional pole. Eon Dunn on a lap right now. Or is he? I think he may have invalidated, looking like he is not using any ERS. And he isn't. So he's going to be going around, maybe putting it into the pits. Husserk just invalidated his lap on turn 1 there. Jumped down with TGL Stewart, who was in the middle of the road last time we saw him. Spun around into the final corner, which is pretty easy to do. It's definitely a difficult traction zone. I believe he's actually on a lap now, so we'll jump on with him here. Running pretty low on ERS for midway through a lap, so I believe the time will probably start to suffer here, as he's up 4.6 seconds, so he's definitely not actually on a lap right now. So he'll head back into the pit lane as Rozzy comes into the pits here. I am very sorry, guys. I'm getting yelled at right now by my sister because the Wi-Fi sucks. Alright, so we're going to be on with Sammy Jensen right now, who is just starting his lap, coming into turn 3 here now. Oh, big slide. Looking like Sammy might be using automatic gears, I was going to say, because you definitely want to be up a little higher in the gears for that set of corners. Nathaniel Perrin just starting a lap behind Sammy, I believe. On board, see how he takes the chicane right here. Taking a lot of curb there. Oh, that's definitely going to make him spin, of course, yeah. You got to really throw the car over that curb. If you just nick it, you're 100% going to go for a spin. Here we go with his teammate now, who takes a lot of curb, takes it very safely. A 118.5 for Nathaniel, so let's see if he can improve on his time coming into the third sector. Last couple corners now. Out of the final corner, bit of a slide there, a little oversteer as we pass somebody who's in the wall. And what he can do is an 18.6. He actually does not improve on his time. Oh, Fox Blue spun it around. Typical showing from Fox Blue here, putting the car into a wall. One of his best friends in the world. Really, any wall that he can find. We're going to jump on with Stav here, as Stav invalidated his lap. Ian Dunn still has a chance, though, coming into the chicane. Takes it cleanly. 23 seconds left. I think a couple of the guys might be able to get around for another lap. But this will be Ian's last. Yeah, Fox just, you know, wherever there's a wall, Ian sends it into the pit lane, and wherever there's a wall, Fox usually finds it, I'll tell you that much. So this is it right now. Fox Blue is finished, Dunn is finished, Alexander's finished, and I believe Stav is the only one really left for pole contention on this lap. As we saw, Nathaniel could not improve his lap either. Unless Hammersuck 88 has something coming out of nowhere here. Stav running super low, but he is up a 10th and a half. See what he can do in the last couple turns here. They get on the throttle hard and quick here. Very nice exit. Let the car just carry its speed. You don't want to be too hard on the brakes there. Last couple corners now. Fourth, short shifting up to fifth here. As he does. Oh my gosh, he's just had his lap completely ruined. Who was that spun around? Oh my gosh, who is that? I believe it's a Williams in the wall. It might be Liam. That's insane. That is actually the end of qualifying, though. Who was that? I think it was Liam. Billy securing a little P8 in that session. Go over the places now. So we got Razi in P1, Fox Blue in P2, Stav in P3. Wasn't able to improve on his time there. He did get basically almost destroyed by a Williams facing the opposite way in the middle of the track. We got Dune, or Dunn, however you say it, McLaren driver in P4, Alexander P5, Nathaniel P6, Sammy P7, Billy P8, Hammers UK, have some trouble pronouncing his name sometimes, but Hammers UK in P9, and TGL Stewart in P10. So let's jump into the race here. Now, I've had a little bit of information come through that it is going to be a wet race. So that's definitely going to be interesting. See if we can get a little bit of carnage. You know, I haven't really had a conversation with a lot of the drivers on the grid about their confidence in the rain, so I guess we'll see how it all pans out for them. See who's done more practice in the rain or just has more confidence in themselves driving in it. So I believe we'll look like we're going to start in the dry, and we might move into the rain. Just check this weather report again. Yeah, so from what it looks like, rain is going to be a little later in the race. Because right now it's dry as a bone. Alright, here we go then. Razi on pole leads the pack away on the formation lap. They're just warming up their tires right now. Throw a little lap data on here. Alright, so we'll chuck the position change on for the start. Gap to... yeah, we'll do the interval gap. And that should be us set up, ready to go. Check a couple favorites in the chat. Who do you guys think is going to take it? Honestly, I thought Hammers UK. Well, little disqualification there I just missed was RPM Husserk and Prize Phantom. Must have had a little contact. Looks like a little beef from last year spilled over with the Red Bull and Mercedes driver crashing into each other on the formation lap. Anyways, back to Hammers UK. I really thought he'd be a little higher up. I know that he was practicing hard for this race. Been putting a lot of work in lately, this guy, getting very quick. He's a fairly consistent driver as well. But he's sporting the Ferrari for this season. Looking to score some good points, looking to have some fun. That'll be a P8 start from him. Fox Blue though, Fox Blue starting from P2. Razi here. Razi, not the fastest driver on the grid, but very consistent. And he will definitely give you a run for your money. Very good defender. Fox Blue behind him, quick driver. Little inconsistent. Definitely needs to work on the consistency, and he will have a massive chance at the World Drivers' Championship this year, I believe. Same thing with Stavroulis. Stavroulis is a great driver all around, consistent, quick. So he'll be putting up a fight here off the race start as well. Sonic will jump on with him. It's just a horrible angle here for the race start, so we might just jump on with somebody. As Ian Dunn got disqualified. So got bad parking position. So we're just getting ready to go now as we have 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And here we go in Australia for Division 3, Round 1. Great start from Stav. Incredible start from Stav. Looks like he's going to move up into P1. No, but he cedes the place. As somebody's off in the grass. Alexander already flying out into the grass here. Stavroulis making up 1 position off the start. Great start from him. A little bit of carnage going on in the background here. Hammers up in position. Very slow moving grid, and it's because we already have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. So, a little first lap safety car. Fox Blue lost 3 positions off the start. Just a horrible start from him. Down 3, so he's going to have a little bit of work to do. Obviously, Stav moving his way up into 2nd place. Razi holding that 1st place. We got Dune moving his way up into 3rd, up 1, and Alexander up 1. Alexander was actually off the track through turn 1. He was onto the grass. I don't know if he got shoved off, but there definitely was a little bit of carnage. Alright. So, we'll chuck the tires on here. Normal strategy around this track, I would say, is a medium-hard strategy. And that looks like what most people are running. We do have Dune on the hards. Prize Phantom jumping into the pit lane now. I don't know if he has a little bit of damage or not, but he's on the soft tires. Probably going to jump onto the hards or the mediums here. As he throws on the hard tire. So that might be a little difficult to take those to the end of the race, but there will probably be another safety car, which will give him an opportunity, if he can run long on these hard tires, to jump back onto the softs maybe late in the race. and make up a couple positions as Liam jumps onto the soft tire. I don't know about that play. I think that might get him into some trouble here. As pretty much the whole field, except for 5 drivers on the hard tires, the rest of the field on the mediums, and Liam on the softs. So I don't know what Liam is thinking here. The softs can really only go about 10 laps, maybe less. You're really pushing them. I guess we'll see what happens to him. He's going to be looking at definitely banking on another safety car, but if not, he's going to be looking at a 3-stop here. Or a 2-stop at least. He's definitely going to need to carry those soft tires as long as he can. Maybe check on the hards in 6 or 7, maybe 8 laps. As safety car's coming around for another turn here. So just leaving you with a little bit of game sound there. I cannot believe they still haven't really fixed the audio issue. I'm still on PlayStation 4, of course, but just the crackling is constant. I think Codemasters and EA have to get on top of that, get that fixed. Obviously, the thing with hot patches is it can create a lot more issues than it can solve. As I'm getting a phone call here. Says we got another message in chat, but I'm not seeing it. All I've got is Fox in here. Safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap, though. As Alexander gets a 5-second time penalty, ignoring yellow flags. Okay. I'll jump on with Stab for the restart here. Fire down Dune real quick, see what he's doing. Those hard tires are going to be pretty difficult to warm up, so actually I think we're going to stay on with Dune here. Because I have a feeling that he's either going to have a very difficult time keeping that car in a straight line, or he's going to get overtaken a couple times here on the restart. As we're about to get going now. Here we go, Razzie throwing the throttle down the car. Alexander really pumping there at that DRS. Same thing with Dunn. Oh, bit of a send. Fox Blue going onto the grass. Everything looks normal up front. I think Stab's going for a move. Can't make it stick as Lunatic Kai's out of the race. I think he might have just binned it out of the first turn there. His teammate's just coming out of the pit lane, actually. Razzie's lost 2 positions. As I was looking down at the map, he got overtaken by Dune and Stav. I did happen to take part in a practice race with Stav. So I had the opportunity to jump in a practice race with Stav the other day there, and he was definitely showing some pretty insane pace around this track. And with Dune in second place on those hard tires, I would not be surprised to see this gap start extending and Dune holding up the rest of the field here. As, honestly, I think Dune has had a little bit of a slide of the last corner. And Stab's brought that gap up about 6/10. Couple cars going wide into turn one. Rossi back here. Looking to get his positions back. Have a look at Hammer. Hammer's up a couple positions. He's up 2 since the race start. Fox Blue down a million. Down bad, down horrible. Down in 7th place. Fox Blue. Don't know what's going on for him, but he's not having a very good race so far on lap 5 here. Back to Hammer's UK. Almost called him Hammersuck again. Taking the chicane, avoiding the curves. Doesn't really want to risk it too much right now as Lay Jake picks up a 3-second time penalty. Probably be a bit of a common theme around here. Some time penalties. 2-second gap out front now. The battle for second place is between Alexander and Eon as we have, I believe, a virtual safety car out. I believe Lay Jake and Rika might have had a little run in there at the back of the grid. I can see them pretty far behind. Same thing with TGL Stewart. As that little speck up there is Stav, 2.9 seconds ahead right now. Really extending that gap. Now that Alexander's got by, I believe he might start closing up the gap a little bit. But Eon obviously is going to just struggle to get the heat of those hard tires. Definitely are very difficult. Takes, from my experience, takes 3-4 laps to really get the heat into the tires, get them working properly. 3.3 seconds under the virtual safety car. Now to the leader. Oh! And here we go. We are green again. Eon's going to send one down the inside on the hards. Oh my gosh, he's insane. Rozzy going to fight Billy back here. I think this may just form into a massive DRS train. And that's just going to allow Stav to get even further away, if I'm honest. .2 seconds to the front now. DRS train is alive and well. There's about 6 cars in it, I believe. Ranging from Alex down to Fox Blue, and Sammy Jensen is trying to hang on to the rear. As the next gap is down to RPM Huss, which is 2.8 seconds actually. Sammy is at 1.3, 1.2, trying to get back within the DRS of that DRS train. Alex is kind of closing up a little bit on Stav. Pulling away from Dune. I think Dune just got hit from behind. Oh my gosh. Rozzy with the send around the outside gets shoved off the track and then proceeds to get overtaken by 3 people. Hammers UK up into 5th place now. Battle for 3rd is now going on with Billy and Dune. Billy made up a couple places on that mistake. We got Alexander and Stav trading fastest lap. Alexander really trying to close that gap up. 2 seconds ahead of 3rd place now. As we might see a move here from Hammer. Oh, he gets squeezed hard. Absolutely no space given to Hammer by Dune there. None at all. shoves him straight into the wall, calls it a day. A yellow in sector 3. I believe that's going to be somebody spinning on the final corner. And Dune not looking too good on ERS, if I'm honest. Billy saving his up well. Same thing with Hammer, as he's got a great exit here. See if he can send one up the inside. Very tight corner, very difficult place to overtake. A little bump there from Hammer. Does get the position secured, and Eon ends up losing 2 more positions after that. It's a dangerous place to overtake. If you're on the back foot through that corner, you're definitely losing more than 1 position. 2.7 seconds to Stav in first right now. I just want to have a look here. Stav, raw pace really working for him right now. 99% ERS saved up. Alexander in second with 71, but you know, he's keeping that gap extended. Using his raw pace, not using any ERS at this point. As Alexander DNFs. Alexander, I think, caught the outside curb here. You saw the Mercedes just ride. And he must have bottomed the car out or something. And just flew into the wall. So that might be a safety car, and it is. But that's massive for Stav, as the battling behind has now given him a 7-second lead. I'll tell you what though, a couple of these guys, we're going to take a look at the position changes. Yeah, just as I thought, Billy and Hammers UK making up 5 positions since the start of this race. We are on lap 9 right now. Let's see what they're going to do. I wouldn't go into the pits just yet, as they both do. And I believe they will put on the hard tire. Right now, the top 6 are on the mediums. We're most likely going to see every single one of them put the hard tire on, try to go to the end of the race on that set, as that's exactly what we see. So the top 6 throwing on hard tires, with Fox Blue and Sammy Jensen following suit in 7 and 8. Dune started on the hard tire, so he's going to check on the mediums. Might be a bit of a stretch. 19 laps to go here. The hard tire will have no problems making it to the end of the race. Medium's going to be pretty dead. Turtle Hopper, I just saw, fitted the soft compound, which is just an insane move. So we'll see what happens with him. Probably banking on another safety car. And from what we've seen so far, I wouldn't say he's too far off with thinking that. So Nathaniel and Huss jump the pack, go P1 and P2. They have not pit yet though, so effectively they are a lap down. We also are yet to see the rain. I was told there would be rain in this race. Skies aren't looking too bad. Oh dear, that is horrible. Very close up. Wow, that's not too bad. Alright, so it looks like we're going to go for another lap. Yeah, so this will be the last lap. Safety car will come in after this lap. As the grid is already formed up, but I believe they just got together a bit too late. So we'll jump back here when we get to the end of this lap. Alright, so, safety car should be in at the end of the lap here. What's going on? Yep. As Huss is going to be the one to restart the grid. Get them all real close here. So I said top 8 are on the hard tires. Number 1 and 2 haven't pit yet. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult start for them, keeping those tires warm. Might see Dune gain a couple positions, putting the medium tires on. Oh, little touch, I think, from Nathaniel on Huss. And Huss is going to send it to the last corner here. And we're going to go green. Oh my gosh, who was that? Somebody put it into the wall there. I believe it was Rozzy. Not 100% sure. Rozzy and Foxblue fighting into turn 1. Giving each other just enough space as Foxblue gets the move done. But Rozzy's coming back at him. See what Rozzy can do here. He's got the inside. Oh my gosh, they are together right now. Rozzy's going to cede the position. I think if they stayed together, it definitely would have maybe ruined both of their races. Blue flags are being shown for the AlphaTauri here, I believe, of Lay Jake. Lay Jake needs to get out of the way. So Stav obviously knows, you know, he's net P1 right now. He's probably just going to hang out in Nathaniel's DRS. You know, recharge that battery a little bit until they go into the pits. I don't know if they're going to go long. They might try to go super long on those hards. And then bank on a late safety car and chuck the soft tire on. But that would be a pretty ballsy strat, as both of them are going to stay out this lap. Where's Billy at? So Billy is 0.9, so he's 9/10 behind. Hammer is very close to him. Sector 3, we've got something going on. Who is that around in Sector 3? Turtle Hopper, I believe. Turtle Hopper on the hard tires. He might have tried to send one a little bit too hard on that Red Bull. As he's moving very slowly back there. I don't know what happened to him there. I believe it was just a bit of a spin. Raika making up the position. TGL Stewart grabbing it right back from him. Raika grabbing it right back from him. And I think Raika's going to hold on to the position here. Oh my gosh, Stewart. Really pushing to get this position. I believe that's Lay Jake right behind him as well. So Lay Jake wants to try and unlap himself here. Somebody's around. Who's that? Dune is around. No, on the mediums. There's so many issues that can happen through the really quick chicane there. You take just a little bit too much curb, or you take the curb in just the wrong way, and you can bottom the car out as Turtle Hopper retires from the race. Little on-track retirement, I think. Yeah, that would be him. He might have binned it through the chicane I was just talking about. And look at that. Another safety car. And I think it was not too bad timing. No, it was horrible timing. Horrible timing for the Nathaniel and Huss to get into the pits and put some new tires on, as TGL Stewart and Dune put the softs on. The sky does look to be getting a little gloomy, so that rain might be coming here soon. As Prize picks, and it is raining now. Here comes the rain, ladies and gentlemen. So, if it is going to start raining, like, the soft tires are a good choice as Nathaniel dips into the pit lane. As you can see, a couple drops falling on the screen now. The soft tire, definitely a good option if it's going to rain. The soft compound is the best tire to use in light, wet situations, which is what it will be for a couple laps. But a lot of the drivers choosing to put intermediates on right now. I obviously think it's way too dry to put the intermediates on at this point in time. The tire's just going to overheat. You're going to be sliding all over the road, and it's just going to rip the tire to shreds before it even has a chance to do its work on a wet track. So that will be Billy putting a set on. Billy down at 13th. He might have had a crash. A little bit of a spin. But then we also have Nathaniel in P6, Hammer in P7, and Fox Blue in P8. All putting the... okay, so Billy just dove into the pits. Sorry, I didn't see that. I thought he was down a lap. Game throwing us a little curveball there. TGL Stewart into the pits right now, puts the intermediate tire on. I mean, we'll see, honestly, if I'm top 5 right now, I would have went and put intermediates on, like, at this point in time, even softs will give you a better chance, but if they have to restart the race on these hard tires, it's not going to be good for them. They are definitely going to be sliding all over the road. As we may see Huss dive into the pits, 14 lap old hards. I thought that was the safety car is in this lap. Okay, so we're about to go green here. And as you can see, Huss sliding around a little bit. Stav doing the same thing. Rika jumps into the pits, 10 lap old hard. Looks like he's going to put the intermediates on as we go green again here. Going to jump on with Stav. This is going to be carnage for the hard runners. I do think it's still a little too dry to have the intermediate on, so that's not going to start performing super well right off the bat. But the hard tires are going to fall off very quickly. Be super slippery for this top 4. Jump down with Billy. So he's the first one. Oh my gosh. Hammersuck picks up. Oh my gosh. Hammer was just annihilated by somebody. Oh, not good for Hammer. As I believe Sammy crashed into him. I didn't get a whole lot of that, but if you watch back the stream just a little bit, you can see Hammer get absolutely obliterated by the Alpine driver, Sammy Jensen. His car was in the air. I repeat, it did take off. And there is no safety car. So, what are the hard runners going to do here? Huss, you got to come into the pits, man. No way. He's going to send it for another lap. Same thing with Stav. And Rozzie's out. Like I said, carnage on the hard tire. Carnage. The tires are going to be way too cold. They have no grip, and it's raining. What just happened right there? A game bug for sure. As Liam just froze in time on turn 1. Billy up into P3. I think the intermediates are going to start working real soon here. Stav and Huss really taking a chance staying on these hard tires. Especially Huss with 16 lap old hards. As I believe that's Phantom in the chat now. What's he saying? I'm cursed. I get 3-second time penalties, 2 broken wings, pit crew that doesn't know how to fix wings, and cold tires when they should have been warm. Well, welcome to F1 22, my friend. So, Prize Phantom not having the best day today. coming in to express his feelings in the chat. As for some odd reason, the two hard runners, Husserk and Stav, are 2.6 seconds ahead of the first intermediate runner of Billy in third place. Hopefully I get more luck next week. Yeah, that's the attitude you gotta have, man. You know, you come into each race week, you know, having confidence that you're gonna score some points and do well, and no matter the outcome, you just got to keep practicing and preparing for the week after. It's that work ethic that makes you a better driver. Stav just sticking in the DRS. It's honestly looking kind of dry. Okay, it's getting a little wet now that I'm on the driver cam. The onboard is making the track look a little wet. There's no way that they stay out. We'll talk to you later, Phantom. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm sorry the race didn't go your way today, man, but they're always next week. There's no way these guys stay out for another lap. Gotta dive into the pits at this point. And that is the exact thought from Huss, who jumps into the pits. Now, is Huss going to chuck on the intermediates, or is he going to be a baller and throw some softs on? As he's serving a 5-second penalty. And it's looking like intermediates. So he really stretched those hards to the limit, bringing them into the swamp that is the track right now. Stav still out on the hards. I don't know what he's thinking. The hards must have a lot more grip for Stav than everyone else who was in the wall only a couple laps after the restart. Billy, I believe, will start making up some ground though. It's going to start to get really hard for Stav through the corners here. Billy is going to have a lot more grip. Billy is also under attack by Nathaniel, though, in third place. Only 3/10 behind him. A little slide from Nathaniel there. As Huss comes out in P8. So he'll be looking to make up a couple positions for the end of the race. Lap 19 right now. We'll jump on with Stav real quick as he's about to come across the line. Coming out of the last corner now. Oh, and he jumps into the pits. So that will be the intermediate tires for Stav, going crazy on those hards in the rain. And Billy will move up into P1. Nathaniel into P2. Fox Blue back to P3, bringing his race back from that horrible start he had. There's no other way to put it. As both Billy and Nathaniel will have DRS flying down the second straight. So, everybody on the intermediate except for Sammy right now. Sammy's still going strong on the hard tire, but I think Sammy's really feeling the pain of that hard tire right now, and he will jump into the pits right now. No doubt in my mind, we'll see him take the right turn. Oh my gosh, and he stays out. Sammy Jensen, absolutely insane. I think he might need to be put in a mental ward for that decision. Oh, Nathaniel and Billy fighting it out. Worst corner to fight it out in the game right there. As Nathaniel gives up position. And Sector 3, we got a yellow flag. Massive voice crack from the commentator. Yellow flag. And it is green again. So, a little something between Liam, I think, and Eon. Or Eon and Huss. It was pretty far back. Something is going on. DRS enabled. So obviously the stewards think it's dry enough to have DRS right now. As Eon DNFs, but he throws it into the pit lane. So DNFs in the pit lane, retires the car. Just not having a good day, I guess, so decided to retire the car. Sammy. I have no idea what's going through Sammy Jensen's brain right now. Staying on those hard tires. And you know what? It might be the right move. It might be the right move. Sammy, I was calling him out, but if the track dries up, everybody else has to make a pit stop, and he's good to go. The only problem is he is 24 seconds behind TGL Stewart. Just going to check to the leader as he comes into the pits. He's a minute and 22 seconds behind the leader. Not looking too good. That's definitely more than one pit stop. So Billy not looking too bad in P1 here. Getting a little bit of a gap up to Nathaniel in P2. 5.5 tenths or so. As we're on to lap 22, so about 5 or 6 laps left in the race now. Correction, 6 or 7 laps left in the race. So this main fight, looking like it's between these three here. Billy, Nathaniel, and Fox Blue as P4. We have Stav, 14 seconds behind. Just strategy choice just did not work out for him today. You know, does get to keep that P4, which is not bad at all. Sammy Jensen picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. But still, not looking like it's going to be a bad result. Well, apparently I cannot be left alone to commentate for an hour and a half. I apologize for that. So, lap 23 out of 29 now. Still got this battle going on up front between these three. Just going to jump on with somebody else for a little bit here, see how it's going down the field. Everybody really just running their own race, except for the top three. TGL Stewart running with no wing. Let's see if he jumps into the pit lane here. Oh, yeah, a lot of understeer. Chronic understeer without that front wing on the car. So I think we'll see him dive into the pits, chuck a new wing on. Honestly, I wouldn't retire from the race at this point. He's in P8. P8, he's going to stay out with the 0 wing in the front. Whatever downforce he's running in the back. But it's definitely 0 wings in the front, as you can see. It is non-existent. So I think he's just looking at that P8 and he's saying, you know what? I might as well stay out, see if I can hold the position. The driver behind is 46 seconds, so I mean he could pit and come out on a brand new set of intermediates with a brand new wing with lots of time to spare if he wanted to. So we'll jump back up to the front on lap 24 now. Jump on Fox Blue, see if you can chase some people down. This is really the closest battle on track right now. Alright, lap 25. Nathaniel getting pretty close to Billy here in P1. Sector 3, we got an issue. Somebody must have had just a little bit of a spin or a little bit of a slide or something. All looks okay on the track map. So, we started with 18, and throughout the race have had 8 retirements. Only 10 drivers left on the grid. A little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, maybe a tornado thrown in there. And the final remaining drivers will all score points if they end up finishing the race. Billy just looking good here. Looking comfortable in the rain. Same thing with Nathaniel. Fox Blue's not doing too bad, staying up on them. Stav though, Stav, you know, closing about 2.5 seconds in 2 or 3 laps, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him as he has a little bit of a lock there. Sammy Jensen is out of the race. Oh no. See, we're about to drive past him now. He must have got on the gas out of the chicane just a little too early. Spun the car. Maybe he caught the... Oh my gosh, laid Jake into the gravel. Carlos Sainz into the gravel trap. Thankfully he doesn't get stuck. Yeah, Steph's taking it slow in the last corner. Lap 26 now, so we've got 3 laps to go. So 9 drivers left, 9 retirements, 9 drivers left on the grid. Absolute carnage. D3 is known for carnage, and you have witnessed it here today. Fox Blue must have made a mistake, dropping back 1.5 seconds here. So this might be it. That mistake might have hurt Fox Blue's confidence. Let's see if he can gain it back. He's got to gain it back quickly. Know that he can push the car. Know where his limits are. As TGL Stewart's going to chuck the wet tire on. Track is looking pretty wet now. It's beginning to be a bit of a monsoon out there. I wouldn't be surprised if the cars started floating pretty soon. It's Fox Blue with a little bit of a kick out of turn 1. And Stab picks up a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, it seems like it's getting hard to keep the cars on track. The track is getting very wet, torrential downpour right now, with 3 laps left. Oh man, Huss diving in to put the wets on. I think the wets are the option, the best option to finish this race off. Oh, Nathaniel! The battle's going down right now. This might be spectacular. Oh! Billy shoves Nathaniel into the grass! And he runs away with it. Nathaniel not giving up that easily, though. Fox Blue 2 seconds behind Nathaniel. Drop back pretty hard. The rain just turned from, mediocre to pretty hard there on the past lap. As Billy's going to stay out on track. I didn't see that too close up, so we'll have to see the driver's footage after the race, see if Billy actually shoved him off there or not. So I'm not going to make any assumptions at this point in time. We're just going to wait for the evidence to come in. has a 1.4 second gap now between Billy and Nathaniel. I believe Billy actually won the preseason race. Not to, you know, put the commentator's curse on him, but holy mackerel. I think Billy's definitely going to win this race. There's no way he bins it in the last lap. As TGL Stewart's unlapping himself. Look at the performance of the wet tire. TGL Stewart showing him how it's done. Double unlap on one straight. Straight line speed of that car is an absolute rocket ship, paired with the performance of those wet tires right now. Doing a lot better than the intermediates. Obviously 13 lap old intermediates for the top three here. As Nathaniel jumps into P1. I've cursed him. It works. Incredible. Billy, you can't give it up that easily. Jump on. We're going to start the last lap right now. Billy having some trouble getting on the throttle there, as Nathaniel has saved up all of his power for the last lap. And I'm not talking about ERS. Nathaniel has unlocked his full potential on this last lap right now. Absolutely blowing Billy out of the water, taking the lead. Extend that gap a little bit. Billy making a little too many mistakes right now. Billy's getting nervous. Oh no! Gotta keep it on track, Billy. If you don't get the P1, you can at least secure a P2. As I believe Nathaniel's just going to run away with this one. Nathaniel sitting in P2, just sandbagging it. Waiting for his opportunity to pounce. And that opportunity was the third sector of lap 28. I didn't catch the overtake, so it could have been a mistake from Billy, which would explain, you know, a little dip in the confidence. Oh, a little slide there. A little dip in the confidence, which definitely knocks your pace down a little bit. As here comes Nathaniel around the last corner, about to take. Oh, Billy! Billy sends it into the wall as Nathaniel crosses the line. Billy slowing down, waiting for Fox Blue. Stavroulis about to cross the line, now having to drive through that minefield of wing and floor parts. Rika following suit, as we got a little battle here, don't we? Between the Mercedes team, and Huss just flies away, using that pace on the wet tire to his advantage. We have Liam coming in 7th place here, crossing the line now. And the last two, Lay Jake and TGL Stewart. Lay Jake, I believe, will cross the line before TGL, as he is down a lap. So Nathaniel Perrin grabbing the win, just snagging it away from Billy. I don't know what happened there. Second to last lap, third sector. Nathaniel made the pass on Billy and made it stick for the rest of the race as TGL Stewart crosses the line, and that's it. So round one goes to Nathaniel Perrin. You know, great job from him, saving it up and just waiting for his moment, pouncing on Billy on the second to last lap. As we've got an invite here from Hammer's UK. So it looks like we're going to have a little interview with a couple of the drivers here. Ho, 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 hey, post-race interview, Hammers UK, how you feeling about the DNF, man?
I'm fuming.
Whoa, 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 we can't have swearing on the air, Hammer.
Oh, you haven't got me on broadcast, have you?
Yeah, we can't have swearing on the air. Hammer, that's going to be two $10,000 fines for you. Added on top of the already horrible race that you've had.
I invited you in here for when you finish the broadcast.
Alright, well, you've heard it here first, folks. Hammers UK is very angry with his performance today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Congratulations to Nathaniel Perrin on his win, taking round 1 in Division 3 at Australia, and we'll see you next week. Thanks again, guys.
Well done, Nathaniel.